Hello everybody and welcome back to the Unnamed Podcast with me, Darcy, and him, Kris.
Yes.
And welcome to the very special Halloween edition of this said podcast. The podcast where we sit here for a time talking about spooky rubbish.
Yeah.
I suppose. We'll start as we always do with channel news. This week is, of course, Halloween week.
Yes.
So we've had releases every day, which wasn't planned. We only planned for 6 days of releases on Halloween week until I realised that those 6 days put us exactly between a normal Monday and Wednesday release.
Yep.
So many videos.
Yes.
Which has been a bit interesting, but so far what have come out is on Monday we had Spyro Part 2, which means that I actually have to start thinking about filming Spyro Part 3.
Yes.
On Tuesday, we had the first of Halloween week, which was Amnesia the Bunker.
Yes, I do recall seeing that.
Didn't
watch it, just saw it.
The first time in our Halloween bunker, which is where we are filming most of the Halloween stuff this year.
Yes.
Today was Alan Wake.
Yep.
Tomorrow, which is yesterday, when you see this podcast,
Yeah.
is Call of Cthulhu.
Ooh, yes.
And then Friday will be this podcast. You're watching it, hopefully. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Monday will be Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Tuesday will be Phasmophobia.
Yes.
Hunting some spooky ghosts. And, of course, to end Halloween week, on the Wednesday, which would be a normal release, but is actually the end of Halloween week, will be the Mario Kart, where we crown the king and/or queen of Halloween. Why and/or? Because I misspoke. It can only be one. It can't be or. No, it can't be and. You can't have a king and queen.
Yes.
It could be or.
Yes.
You might have an or queen, but a king or queen, not a king and or queen.
Yes.
You just told them who it was.
Fine.
So we'll be cutting that part.
Yes.
Hey, welcome back. So Wednesday Mario Kart will be coming out.
Yes.
Um,
Definitely watch that one. There's a lot of insanity.
Gotta quickly
in that
just
one.
write that down. What time was that, Kris? That was about 3
About
minutes
3
in.
minutes, yeah.
Wow, in 3 minutes in, Kris has already ruined future content. How good is that?
Oh, in my defense, thought you had spilled it.
Thank you. What else is happening channel-wise, Kris? Well, not a great deal.
Did we get a new subscriber?
Technically, we have 2 new subscribers.
Oh, yes.
But we do know who one of them is.
We do, yes.
Technically, maybe we know who 2 of them are. I'm not really sure. I was going to ask you about it, but then I don't care.
I don't know of the other one. I only know of one.
Because I was like, did you send it to multiple people, or did you just send it to one person? I was like, no. Hello.
Just Caleb, as far as I know.
Hmm.
Or as far as I remember.
Yes.
Unless I may have sent it to Clinton as well.
Possibly.
Possibly.
But welcome joining us. Thank you. We appreciate it. All of the good stuff. As I said, everything's kind of on hold until Halloween week is over, as I am still currently editing everything. Well, not everything. The stuff that's come out is already edited.
Yes.
Or maybe it's not. Maybe I just slap it out there.
That would be foolish.
Would be. But, yes. Everything's a little bit hectic with the channel. I haven't done anything that I was planning on doing as of yet, because I'm just kind of like, Halloween week, get it over with. Please help me, God, get it over with.
Fair.
It's kind of a very stressful time, especially considering that the Mario Kart is the first time that we've kind of done something of its level.
Yes.
Usually it's like a little bit of filming with a little bit of gameplay. This time it was full gameplay, full filming, moving around with audio, which was kind of untested, which means I have a lot of audio balancing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Because at some points the mic's right near my face, other points it's not, which means sometimes it's like, hello. Other times it's like, how's it going?
That is true.
Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Hopefully I will be able to fix it up without too many issues. And yeah, that shouldn't be too much of an edit, because it was actually a rather short recording, which is nice because of all the extra effort that needs to be added to it to edit it. I'm glad it wasn't over 2 hours long. because
that would have been rough.
Blow my fucking head off. What else? Yeah, other than that, we still have a bit of filming left to do for Halloween. We still have to film the Dead by Daylight and the Phasmophobia. But they're the only two things left in the tank. I'm hoping to have, honestly, everything else edited by Friday evening.
Yes. When
I go out and be alcoholic.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I think really that's about all for channel news. Other than a few other things that are coming out that we've already planned that we do want to release.
Yes.
Pretty much we want to do some Payday 3 that came out not too long ago. It's not overly recent. It might be. I can't remember, but it came out a couple of weeks ago. I think
something like that.
And I'm a massive Payday fan. Payday 3 being out is absolutely wonderful for me. So me and Kris are going to dust off the old heisting boots and go out there and rob some people blind. Should be fun because I like to do things in a sneaky manner, and Kris is an idiot.
Hey, well, I can sneak when I have to.
Literally last time we played Payday, you took a minigun.
Oh yeah, I did too.
That's all I'm going to say. Yo, I can sneak, he says. Darcy, what are you packing?
I said when I need to.
I've got a silenced 50 cal single shot rifle for heavies and my silenced pistol. What do you got? Minigun. I got a minigun.
Look,
what if there's a helicopter we need to take down?
In my defense, when we inevitably triggered the alarms, it was going to happen, and you know it. I had the minigun.
Well, actually, the new one is actually very interesting with its mechanics.
Oh, okay.
But I have done all of the tutorials. I haven't actually played in game yet. I've just done the tutorials, but very, very good. So I am looking forward to doing that. Maybe it finds, as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it finds a spot on the channel where we do like a monthly heist or something.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Fingers crossed.
That would be interesting. A lot of fun. You'll have to deal with more of my... I can be pretty silent in GTA heists. I have...
Very different game.
I know it's a very different game, but I'm just
one
saying
of them,
I can be
one
silent.
of them is designed for heists.
Yes.
In fact, one might say that's the entire gameplay mechanic.
True, yes.
And the other one has some very poorly implemented stealth mechanics.
Yes, it does.
Hey, go into stealth mode. Fucking GTA.
That one is. Oh, man.
Don't alert the guards.
Hey,
why are you just slightly bending your knees in the middle of this hallway? Sneak away. No, I can see you've just got slightly bent knees. Why are your knees slightly bent? What are you doing? Why aren't you just standing there? You're sneaking. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're sneaking. Sorry, didn't see you. I'll leave that alone.
Oh, you escaped from that mental institute.
Oh, maybe you should just leave them out.
I will say that is like my biggest pet peeve in gaming. Games that have absolutely no stealth mechanics built into them, and then they're like, stealth level?
No.
You know what's actually worse than that now that I think about it? Games that do have stealth mechanics.
Yes.
That then throw those stealth mechanics out the window and give you a stealth sailing ship section. Assassin's Creed 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
A stealth sailing ship.
Yeah, don't you just love it when you have a giant ship bristling with cannons?
Yes.
And is like 30 meters tall.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to stealthily sail it through a bayou, a swamp, pretty much, and no one will see it coming because there's a bit of fog around. It's a fucking giant ship.
What? Why?
Although it's spooky, it's atmospheric. It's actually
it is.
kind of. I do like the level design of that one. It's just stupid because it's like, hey, we're gonna stealthily follow this guy. Okay, how about we just send the assassin off to walk along the side of the fucking swamp and just follow it. He's an assassin. He'll probably be fine. No, we've got to take the whole ship. Why? We've got to take the whole ship. Yeah. So like that's the part that I love about that game.
I still haven't played it.
Anyway, that's all usual podcasty stuff that we would normally talk about, and that we're not going to talk about today because this is a special podcast. This is a spooky podcast. I am drinking a beer, even though I've already reached my kilojoule total for today. It's blown it out. That's terrifying. No,
you're gonna have to work a little harder tomorrow.
Probably not, because it's the first time I've actually ever come close to my kilojoule total.
Oh, okay, fair enough then.
Yeah, I've been working at like a 2,000 to 4,000 point deficit on 8,000 points.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. Oh, that's a rough
Now
one.
that's what's spooky. No, I find it very hard because like I used to get all of my like excess energy from drinking sugary drinks.
Fair.
So I find it incredibly hard to eat enough carbs and fat. And like protein's not too bad because it's like if I'm really low, I'll just have a protein bar, which like gives you fuck tons of protein.
You know, I looked at that the other day last night. I looked at that last night. What you mentioned the other night. And oh yeah, no, there's a shit ton in here.
Yeah. The ones you've been eating are a literal meal. Actually, more than a meal, considering that.
Well, I worked it out. I only get in one bar. It's about 28 grams of protein.
Oh yeah, that's pretty low. The ones I was eating was like 43.
But isn't it like I should be sitting around about the 90 mark?
You should probably be eating about 100 protein.
100. Yeah, so that's still a fair amount.
Well, yeah. Well, I had chicken for dinner.
As did I.
That probably gave me like 10 to 20 grams of protein from having like 170 odd grams of chicken.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fuck ton.
No, yeah,
like one of those, and I'm like, okay, I have to actually manage my protein for the rest of the day. Today I had a protein bar. This is really interesting, guys. I'm sorry. I had a protein bar up before the gym for breakfast and a protein shake afterwards, and went, okay, I've got to plan this out better because I've literally used over half my day's protein allowance. Not that it's bad to go over protein. He's gonna he's gonna have a little bit extra going somewhere.
Yeah, it isn't
probably to energy, which isn't bad.
Oh yes.
But yeah, I was sitting there today at lunchtime, again to talk about dining for a bit, and I went, I've had, I kid you not, 3 grams of fat and 12 grams of carbs. I'm supposed to have like 200 grams of carbs a day.
Ooh, yeah,
and like 90 grams of fat, and I'm like, what the fuck can I eat? Because I'm like, I know what I'm having for dinner. I'm like, so that's gonna balance me out somewhere.
Yeah.
I went, but what the fuck can I have for lunch that's going to boost my carbs and fat by enough to actually make it count? I'm sitting there, I just went, McChicken burger. I went, oh, that's a medium amount of carbs and fat. So I went and got McDonald's to boost my carbs and fats because, and today is the only day I've ever made it over I ever made it to my actual goal.
Thanks, Macca's.
I was like, isn't that just a little bit sad? What are you doing? I'm dieting to lose weight. That's McDonald's. Yeah, if I don't eat this, I am going to be way under my goal.
That's pretty funny. Oh,
funny. So yeah, that was the whole thing.
Oh, it is. So has Shane been helping you out with all of this?
No, not really. We just chat about like what I'm doing. Like he's asking me how I'm how I'm tracking on it, like how much I'm getting. I'm like, oh, I'm doing this. Like I told him, like, protein's really easy for me to get in a day because like, I generally eat eggs for breakfast and something meaty and big for dinner.
I don't generally have breakfast. That'll be difficult for me. Maybe I should have a protein bar a day.
They're tough, man. They're tough. Like I said, I had a protein bar for breakfast, and like it's one of those things where it's like the first bite you're like, not bad. The second bite you're like, and the third bite you're like, I don't have enough saliva in my mouth to turn this into edible.
Depends on which one you get.
This was just the peanut butter protein bar.
Oh, yeah, no. What do you expect from that one? I mean, seriously.
No, but I went peanut butter because of the fat content and
I suppose. Yeah.
because peanut butter is a really good source of fat.
I got the Rocky Road one.
Rocky Road's probably not great on the actual macros.
Probably not.
Which is kind of where I'm going for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I pretty much talked to him, he's my personal trainer, about like the fact that I could not hit my carbs. I'm like, I just have no idea how I'm supposed to get anywhere near the amount of carbs I'm supposed to have a day.
Yeah.
And he's like, honestly, he goes, just try and hit at least half of them. And he goes, in the same with fat. I'm like, okay, well, the fat's less of a problem because I'm usually around like the 75% mark.
Yeah, it's not too bad then. Yeah.
Provided on what I'm like having as a snack for the day.
Yep.
And I drink a lot of milk. Milk's great.
True.
So like my fat's generally not too bad, but it's just carbs, man. I'm sitting there some days. I'm just like, do I just need to fucking eat a fuck ton of rice? And he was just like, just aim for half of your carbs. He goes, if you get half of your carbs, at least you should have the energy to get through the day.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, well, yeah. So dieting advice, that's spooky.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, no, I've been struggling to get through the days, which is kind of why I was like, I'm having real trouble with my macros.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was me on Monday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, anyway, we'll move along from spooky dieting advice into more other matters. You'll notice that we are not currently ghost hunting, and there were no plans. That's because Nick fell through. Nick, man, what's going on,
man? What are you doing?
Come on, mate, we told you. Just $2 million in the check, mail, send it to us. We'll open it up. We'll go ghost hunting. I need 50 GoPros.
At least.
Probably.
That was to make that weird helmet that's like got every angle, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a weird helmet.
That way we never miss anything.
That's true. Oh, we'd have to have one each too.
Nah, just me.
Just you? Okay. I get one.
You get a video camera.
Oh, okay.
Camcorder.
Oh, with night mode so I can see if there's any ghost orbs.
Gorbs. No, speaking of gorbs, I am, as promised, for this Phasmophobia, I have done no prep whatsoever.
I have.
So that's guaranteed to be entertaining. But yeah, like, I don't know. What was I watching? I was watching something where they were talking about like going ghost hunting in a place, and they're like, "Oh, this place is super spooky." And then, actually, I remember what I was talking about now.
Was it Rooster Teeth?
It was Rooster Teeth.
I knew it.
I was watching their ghost hunting stuff in preparation for this year. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm so skeptical. Like, I'm fully aware that in the dark by myself, every fucking noise is going to freak me out because, well, there's two reasons. One, I'm a very logical person, and it's like, oh, that noise is probably going to kill me. And two, we live in Rockhampton, so that noise probably is going to kill me.
Yes.
It's not going to be a ghost, it's just going to be some vagrant with a knife or a bottle.
Or both.
Or a knife and a bottle. Which one you want to get stabbed by? Neither. That's not an option.
How clean's the knife?
When's the last time you disinfected it?
I found it on the ground. Oh.
Yes, I'm taking the bottle. Please tell me it was full of alcohol. Was I pissed in it? Fuck me.
No, damn it.
Just can't. No. So, like, I'm fully aware of that, but I'm also, like, very aware of the fact that I just know I don't believe in supernatural things. Because I'm like...
Yeah.
Like, my whole thing, whenever someone's like, yeah, but ghosts, I go, yeah, but ghosts were real. Why the fuck aren't there fucking billions of ghosts around?
That is true.
Oh, but there are.
But then I saw this thing once where it was someone saying that hypothetically could be a situation that the ghost stays where it dies.
Okay.
And technically, because we're constantly moving, it's just a bunch of ghosts in space.
I would argue
that was their weird logic. It is.
I'd argue that because even though we are constantly moving, it's not. Everything's constantly moving. It's place is only a concept on planet.
True. Yeah.
Otherwise, what is your place? Well, fucking. So, like, the whole concept there is skewed to planet thinking and then trying to outdo planet thinking by thinking in space. Kind of like whenever you try to think about time in space, it's like, oh, what time is it on your spaceship over Venus? And it's like, I don't know. Because I stopped using Earth time when I went to Venus.
It is.
That's how time works.
It really is.
It's incredibly determinant on where you are, not the fact that it's a constant for everyone.
True.
It's almost like saying to Jaden, who lives in Western Australia, which is 4 hours behind us? 2 hours behind us? Jaden, it's 11 o'clock. Why aren't you in bed? And he's like, no, it's 9 o'clock. And you're like, no, I'm here. It's 11 o'clock. Therefore, where you are, it's also 11 o'clock. It's very stupid thinking to kind of try and use any kind of logic that we build for ourselves here on this planet to try and think about space as a whole.
That's fair.
So, let's just leave that right out of here.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But, because again, a place...
Don't get me wrong, the person saying it looked very stupid.
Because, like, the whole concept of that is that the place is why the ghost is there. Like, you know, because, you know, ghosts don't exist in places. Like, they don't just be like, oh, yeah, I died right here on this street. But actually, it was probably down there on the street. I can't remember the street exactly, but it was on this street, so I'm just going to haunt this. No. It's kind of like they haunt the battlefields or the things. So the place in particular that this person would allude that they're haunting would be the important thing. It would be the anchor in that point, in which case you would be stuck to the place.
True.
Not just be like, hey, I'm haunting the place I died. It's space! Hey. No one died in... Well, okay, people have died in space.
People have.
But...
See? Space ghosts. No.
Yeah. No, but, you know, like, that's kind of, like, my whole thing. But, no, my whole thing with ghosts is, like, there would literally be places you went and it would be, like, even skeptics would see ghosts because so many fucking fuckers have died there that it would be like, oh, I guess I'm behind this ghost in line. Because, like, you think about Europe, specifically France.
True.
And it's like, it's been one of the bloodiest fucking continents throughout human history. Not only have we had 2 world wars there, but then there were all the fucking wars that came before that.
True.
Then there were all the wars when it was still fucking guys with swords smacking each other.
True.
And they're pretty brutal deaths. I think if you were like... Yeah. And, like, the other thing is like, oh, but the ghosts have to have a reason to stay behind. I'm fairly sure hundreds of thousands of young men dying in horrific and traumatic ways is gonna leave them with some fucking unfinished business.
I want to kill that guy. Someone else did. I don't like that.
You get stabbed. Are you going to die now? Hang on, I'm just making sure I've finished all of my business. I forgot to do my taxes. Can you take care of that for me?
I can. Oh, you died before me. No.
So, God damn it, if anyone told me that I'd have to do taxes of the people I killed, I fucking wouldn't have joined this war. Fine, I'll do your taxes also. Also, I've killed like 7 of your friends. Off you go.
Off you go. Go join them.
And then what happens if that person doesn't do the taxes? Or is everyone going to haunt them? Or have they disappeared because they thought their taxes were being taken care of? Oh. And ghosts don't have the ability to be like, hey, hang on, wait, this thing that was supposed to happen didn't happen, so now I'm back. I don't know. See, ghosts just don't make logical sense. No, that's the problem with them.
They don't.
Also, why is it only humans that have ghosts?
No, depending on what you see and what you talk about, animals have ghosts too.
Why? Why aren't there gabillion ant ghosts just running around?
Yeah, no, that's
especially after you're like fucking with the fucking magnifying glass and you just obliterate an entire colony. Why aren't you being haunted by an ant colony ghost thing?
Maybe you know all those times you've randomly itchy and you don't seem like there's a reason. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just walking all over you to annoy the shit out of you.
Stepping on ants, sucking their soul. Stepping on ants, soul.
We go up with songs. By the way, I mean you.
That's not my invention. That's from Adventure Time.
That was... Oh, okay.
That's Marceline's dad sucking ant souls by stepping on them.
Okay, I didn't know that.
He's just walking along, stepping on ants, sucking their souls.
Okay, fair enough. No, I really need to watch this. I swear to God.
The chunk's great. If you ever wanted a show that just kind of throws everything at the wall and then it's like, did it stick? Fucking no, the wall's gone.
The wall was gone ages ago. We just keep throwing stuff at that space.
Why does all this weird stuff keep coming out of the sky? No. But yeah. But anyway, my point is, like, going ghost hunting, you know, you're gonna, like, you're already set to be spooked. So,
True.
you know, I'm not someone who's like, oh no, I'd be like ice cold. I'm like, no. But I'm not worried that the sound I'm hearing is a ghost or a goblin or a fucking chupacabra.
Oh,
I'm worried that it's fucking...
Depending on the time of year. Depends on what else you can come up with.
I'm worried it's a vagrant.
Krampus.
I'm worried it's
Krampus.
a vagrant. A wild dog.
Oh, yeah. If you're in America.
Or a kangaroo.
Or a squirrel with rabies. It's a real threat.
You gotta watch out for kangaroos. They try to drown you.
Only if you need water.
They've changed their mood.
Oh, they just
grab
fill
you.
their pouch with water and
Fucking grab you and like pull you like 10 k's to the nearest river. Why are you doing this? Oh, God, you're trying to... Another kangaroo drowning.
They could do it too. They're jacked. If you've seen them, they're jacked.
Hey, I'm gonna drown you now. Fuck, I'm getting drowned.
Oh, there's nothing I can do about it.
God damn it, kangaroos. Who taught you how to do this? Oh, we did. Fuck.
Damn. How many people did you watch? At least 7. Oh.
No, but fucking kangaroos, man. They're fucking...
I think at a certain point you're just like, you learn and you just follow them.
Yeah.
That way it's a nice stroll rather than being dragged.
What are you doing?
Well, actually, it's not even a
I'm
drag.
following this kangaroo to my drowning. Why? Why fight destiny?
You think I can fight that? Have you seen him?
No,
I'm dead.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no, so I was like, I'd love to do it, but like, yeah, and it's like, you know, yeah, as I said, I hear something in the bush, and I don't go, ghost, zombie, whatever. I go, oh, a person who's probably going to stab and mug me.
Yeah.
Excellent.
If I don't have any money on me,
I
just stabbed.
What if I have a halo of GoPros? I'm a fucking prime target here. Each of them's like $800.
That's a good point.
So you got like a couple grand on your head. I'm gonna need that now. Yeah, I figured.
There you go.
I knew I should have hired a security guard. But with the GoPros, you would have seen him.
Well, yeah. If you would... No, that's not the case. Just the GoPros would have seen.
Anyone watching GoPro footage would have seen him.
It's true.
Why is there this man who's following you around? I have several rand of GoPro. Actually, it would be... Holy shit.
Well, you said you wanted 50.
So each 10 is worth 8 grand.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
Yep.
40 grand worth of GoPro.
$40,000.
Yeah, I should have bought a car.
That's a fair point. That is actually a fair point.
Making choices.
Well, actually, these days, it's just the down payment for the car. It's still a fair amount.
I could have got a car. Instead, I got stabbed and robbed.
Got stabbed, robbed. I have no GoPros now.
Oh, well, if I find anyone selling 40 grand worth of GoPros, I know who did it. But yeah, no, it's fucking... Yeah. On to other news about ghosty things. I was telling you the other night, Sunday night to be precise, about the house that everyone used to think was haunted, that got demolished.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone thought it was haunted. And so they kept going there, and everyone kept getting hurt, and they're like, oh, see, the ghost is hurting you. And I was like, except anyone who ever saw it in the daylight went, no, the reason people keep getting hurt is because halfway up the staircase, it just fucking disappears.
And none of them took torches?
No, because they're like, well, go and fucking ghost hunting. We're so clever. And then the ones that did know about it were like, yeah, but you just fucking jump up there. It's like,
Fucking dumbasses.
the staircase has rotted away. What do you think the landing's like?
Maybe slightly better.
Should be good. I can also remember like seeing it at one point because of course it was back when I was in high school. So we went there one day and we're just fucking checking it out. I'm like, there are literally holes in the floor. I was in old Queenslander, so it's up about fucking 3 meters in the air.
Oh, yeah.
And there's just fucking holes in the floor. So it's like, yeah, of course you're gonna get hurt. And everyone's like, oh, ghosts, that's why people get... No. It's just an unsafe building.
Very. Look, a Queensland...
You can go to a brand new building and get hurt on the construction site.
I feel like in most cases, at least nowadays, Queenslander is just inherently dangerous. Just by itself.
Oh, I thought you meant the person. I was going to say stupid.
Yeah. I mean, the stupidity makes them dangerous.
It does. Oh,
it's unfortunate.
Oh, to get off the topic of Halloween again and just onto the stupidity of people. You know how they're doing all that work on the highway to Yeppoon?
Again,
great name of a town. Why did we name it that? Because we're dumbasses.
And they're doing work on...
They're doing work on
Park
about...
Road as well, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't.
So you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it.
But what I love is the fact that they've just like been like, you know what? This is the area we're working on, so we're gonna fucking just block. You know, we're gonna put our cones out, even though we can't work on all of it at once. And just turn the whole thing down to 80.
Yeah, the whole fucking almost.
And then you get like all the fucking wankers driving past, and I'm like, I totally 100% disagree with the fact that they've done this.
Yes.
They should have done it kilometre stretches at a time.
Which would have been smarter.
Fucking just done the work, moved on. Done the work, moved on. Whatever they're doing. I'm pretty sure they're making it 2 lanes most of the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're separating it so it's 2 lanes each side.
That's the plan. With the amount of ground they're clearing, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah,
because they've cleared
from what I reckon they're doing is they're clearing that so they can do 2 lanes going down, and then they'll start upgrading the road that everyone's currently driving.
Well, actually, I don't even think they're going to do that. I think what they're going to do is make the 2 lanes and start doing work here at the same time because they've got no fucking clue what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, fair point. They would do that.
Because they've literally cleared everything either side of it. They've all the way down. I'm just like, why?
Yep.
Why have you done it this way? There's about 10 kilometres of road, which is all 80.
But
I get the discernible reason.
The tree lopping. Because that's happened a lot quicker than any other work that's been done. So going and doing that in that large stretch, I can understand that. But once that's done, as you said, anyway, a kilometre at a time.
The whole point is there's about a 10 kilometre stretch of road that is, and this is pretty spooky, 80 kilometres an hour.
Sucks.
But what pisses me off about it is that you come into it now, and for some fucking stupid reason, they start the 80 fucking zone on the peak of a fucking corner.
Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing 100? Fucking stop. And then continue it downhill. And so you're like, brake. But what really pisses me off about it is the people that like come flying around there at 100 and go, I disagree with the fact that this much road is being slowed down, so I'm just going to keep doing 100. And I'm like, get fucked, mate. You can disagree all you want, but that's why you fucking go to your council and you complain about the stupidity of it.
True.
You don't fucking drive at 100 in protest because that's not doing anyone any fucking favours.
No, it actually makes it worse.
Putting people at fucking risk and giving the fucking stupid government organisations a reason to be like, we need to lower the speed of work zones to 40 everywhere. And then what? You got 10 kilometres of 40k an hour? You gonna like that? No, fuck no.
No, because like that would put it at, oh god, the work they're doing here in Brisbane all the time, it's more than 10k stretches at a time. It's like 30 to 40 kilometre stretches. Mm-hmm. If they drop that shit to 40,
that's
never doing that drive again.
But that's like remember when we were in New South Wales and they were doing all that work? Like all of that work, and it was like, this is where people currently are. Drop your speed to 80. Now you drop it to 60 because you're actually where they are. That's it. That's as far as we want you to drop it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then, okay, you pass where they are, back up to 80. Okay, you're still in the area we're working. You can see all of our stuff here and there, but there's no one here. So fucking 110 boys, off you go. Get your asses moving.
Smart.
Someone's like, they know what they're doing down there.
I mean, and
there's someone who's strewn on their roads. I think they do because they're fucking a lot better than ours.
I didn't even have to drive on them to know that.
That's fucking spooky.
It's something.
Anyway, yeah, no, I fucking hate how they do shit here. It's ridiculous. I also hate the people that are like, yeah, but if there's no one on the roadworks and they leave the signs out, I'm just going to ignore them. It's like, well, you can't. It's not allowed.
The annoying thing is when there are no roadworks, everything is gone except for one sign. One sign.
Actually, I think what's annoying and what is my personal favourite thing about this roadworks is they don't even have a fucking clue what the speed limits on the roads they're working on are. Because there's one where they go, okay, roadworks over, you can go back to 60. I'm like, this road is 100. This road is literally 100. You said, oh, go back to 60. I'm like, the thing is, until you say go back to 60, we're doing 80 because the last sign we saw is an 80 sign.
Did see that.
Now you're dropping us to 60, but the next sign we see drops us to 80.
It's a drop to 80. That's the funny thing.
It's like, and I know it's a drop to 80 because the other sign on the other side of the road says up to 100, which means you've got 100 kilometre an hour traffic coming this way and 60 going this way. And it's like, you motherfuckers are so fucking stupid. You don't understand that you've fucked up royally.
And I did that drive 2 weeks ago. A little over 2 weeks ago is when I did that drive last. Actually, maybe even more. Might have actually still been while I was on holidays. So it's been at least 3 weeks since I've done that drive, and they had that then. They just haven't fixed it.
It's so stupid because it's like it's the easiest thing to fix. What is the road speed here? Oh, it's 100. Oh, sign says 100. What's the road speed here? Oh, fix the sign. But no, it's just like, well, go back to 60. It's not a fucking 60 road. It never has been. 60 is for the people coming this way, coming out onto the highway. There's no 60 sign for anyone going the other way.
Oh.
Because the last sign that they see is 80. And then it's like, there should be a 100 sign. There's not. But again, it's like the only reason they drop you down to 60 is if you intend to join the highway. Because people in this area are so stupid. They used to come out and see traffic coming at 100 kilometers an hour towards them and be like, what, 50 meters between me? I can take them. Boom. Oh, you were in a car accident. Why? Oh, because you're a fucking idiot.
That's why at a certain point there's lanes for them to actually merge into traffic.
I think personally it was the ones trying to get across because they'd go, oh, yeah, he's 50 meters away and he's 50. Oh, they're both going 100. I can get across this road before they, boom, get hit by both of them.
Depending, well, you might get hit by one.
That's just Darwinism.
Yeah. Oh, that is true.
You know,
unfortunately, it's not just Darwinism. It's Darwinism in the sense of the person going across. The other two are collateral. Yeah.
Collateral Darwinism.
Yeah. Never thought of that term before, but it's funny.
Anyhow, enough complaining about my life. I have a lot to complain about. Everything's the worst right now.
Yeah, I get that.
It's just fucking work, mate. It's just shit right now. I'm a bit over it.
There's something spooky happening because it's getting stupidly busy at work. It is ridiculous. It's not even the time of the year. It's not normally like this.
No, I reckon it's because people took that hit at tax time.
Oh,
and it's taken them about now to get back.
Back to it. So
the stuff that they would normally be like a slow trickle of people, because they took that hit at tax time, they're now going, oh, I can finally afford to do this thing I want to do. And you've got a lot of them coming in because a lot of people took a hit at tax time.
That makes sense. I never thought of that.
Yep.
Oh, I hate it.
Yep. It's funny how you can explain things if you kind of pay attention to the environment of the world at the time.
See, I knew about that. I just didn't think to actually put the two together.
Yeah. No. So anyway, enough about that. Let's go on and I've been watching a lot of board game stuff recently.
You have, yes.
Been watching some Betrayal on the House of the Hill.
That's a fun game.
I want to play more board games. That's kind of my whole thing for the rest of this year. I want to play more board games.
I'm down.
Problem is, I don't know who I want to play board games with.
Caleb's keen. I'm keen. Jacob, as long as I give him more than a day's notice, is keen.
That'd be good. As I said, that's my biggest thing. Jordan, mate, why don't you play board games?
I know
It's like, No, play Uno. It's like, okay, but that's like...
It's like entry level.
It's not even entry level.
Yeah,
Monopoly is like entry level. Uno's like, I once went on a car trip and we were bored. So we played Uno.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like, no. And it's like, sure, it can be fun.
It can. It
For
can.
a time.
Especially if you're drunk.
Oh, even then, though, it gets incredibly boring, incredibly quickly.
It does.
Once you've done the same thing over and over again. And that only compounds with the more you do it.
True.
So, like, if you were to go, like, we play board games and drink every Sunday night, and the only game that you played was Uno, come Sunday 3, for some reason, and we can't explain it, your entire board game group has committed suicide. All I'm saying.
Out of boredom.
Not out of boredom, out of the fact that they're going, oh my god, I'm supposed to go play. Fuck it, the only way out of this is shotgun.
I like how that's their thought process. That's the only way out. Other than, I'm not coming.
I don't want to play Uno anymore. Boom! That's how you take care of it.
The advantage is we've got plenty. Actually, there is another game Jordan would play.
What?
The one about finding the killer and all that stuff on the sheet of paper.
Right.
Yes. You may play that. Again, same situation. You'd get bored of that one quick.
Oh, you would, but it's at least a little bit more stimulating than Uno.
True.
Yeah.
But yes, no.
But yeah, so like I've been watching a lot of board game stuff. You know what else I've been watching? A little bit of spooky stuff.
Spooky stuff? What's spooky stuff?
Oh, it's a thing called the Mr. Ball and whatever, Mr. Ball.
Oh.
Yeah, he just kind of tells spooky stories. It's okay.
Oh, one of those channels. Okay.
It's not like the best because like sometimes he tells spooky stories and I'm just like I've heard this one before and I actually because I also watch things like Simon Whistler's Decoding the Unknown.
Oh, that's
and
some
like,
interesting stuff. That's
those kind of things where it's like, and I kind of prefer those ones because they actually deep dive into things and it's like.
True.
Whereas he kind of just takes everything at like a surface level, so it's like you hear like I've heard a lot of crossover stories between the two, and it's like this one, and it like his one is kind of more the spooky storytelling, whereas Whistler's is sort of
the deep dive, which
where we're
gets
actually
rid of most of the spooky stuff.
We're looking at this as like, is this an actual case? And it's like by the time you get to the end of it, you're like, no, because. Basically, what happened here. I also been watching Red Web, which is another kind of spooky kind of podcast where they talk about spooky things. Right. But there's a lot of crossover between the three where you hear a lot of the same stories. And it's like, so Red Web is more amateur, like two guys talking. It's Achievement Hunter, but it's two guys talking. One knows the story, one doesn't. Once he's told the story, they kind of talk about like things like. What do you think about this point? It's like, I doubt that point actually happened because, you know, like you've got this one drunk person saying it happened and he was like, when they found him, he was like so drunk he should have been dead. Whereas like, and then you've got like Mr. Ball one where it's like, he won't say exactly what happened after and like all the, how trustworthy each of the people who witnessed the event were.
Okay. And
then you've got like Simon Whistler's Decoding the Unknown way is like, oh, and this person was drunk, like before you even hear their story, so you've already kind of like, okay, so their story's fucked. I was like, and this person was an ex-mental assignment. It's like, do we have anyone who wasn't impaired to testify that this actually happened? No, we don't. And like, so there's like bits where it's like, oh, and there was a report, and so like you hear in one of them that there was a report. Yeah. And then you go, oh wait, I remember hearing about this story on Whistler's podcast. And then you remember the report that they're all talking about never actually existed, and it was proven that it didn't exist. But someone said there was a report, and so everyone kind of picked up the story that there was a report. But then it like came down, and when they actually went looking for it, it was like, oh, there is no report. And then like others go, oh, the report was destroyed. And it's like, no, it's just there was never a report written because when it happened, reports weren't written about this type of thing.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
So you know, it's a little bit like, you know, I reckon it's probably really a fun way to watch it because you kind of get like a spooky story about things, and like some of them are fucking like, even though again I don't believe in any of the spooky stuff, some of them, like, you hear the story, you go, right. And as you go off to bed that night, you're like, you know what? I'm going to double check I locked the back door.
Yes.
Because not all spooky stories involve ghosties and goblins and demons and
no, some of them just involve
carnivorous
walking into your house.
deers. Some of them involve escaped serial killers who actually did escape, and there's police reports to prove that they were in the area.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Yeah. So, sometimes you hear it and you go, yeah. And, like, that's kind of what I love about spooky stories. It's like, you hear it and you go, you know what? I don't believe it. But in this situation, I probably would act the same way. Because that doesn't make any sense. And then, like,
That's fair.
I think my favourite ones were the Mr. Baldwin. Because, like, as I said, he gets ones where it's like, oh, and there was a mysterious figure walking around the house, scratching it with these 3 feet long fingers. And you're like, I don't really believe that.
No.
But then it's like the ones where it's like, yeah, and there was just this creepy dude, like, just following this girl around, and you're like, oh, no, that actually, that's real. That's
that
probably
makes a
real.
lot of sense.
That sounds correct. No, that sounds correct.
That's definitely correct.
It turns out he had, like, a knife and a bottle of chloroform, and you're like, oh, yeah, that checks out. I've heard that. But like, so whenever it's like a creepy pasta story, where it's like, oh, and there was a goblin, and you're like, no. But then it's like, but it was a person. You're like, yeah, no, fuck that. People scary.
Yeah. No, I started watching something today. It's on Netflix. It's called Bodies. It's a weird thing how in like 4 different time periods, the same body is showing up in the same spot.
It's like an anime.
No, it's a live action type one, but it's got like a scar on his head. It's got almost like a bullet wound in one of the eyes. Weird. But no one can find the bullet. But in the latest time, which is like 2053 or 54, something like that, that dude is still alive, but he's got the cut on his head, so there was a previous injury.
Right.
But it's also weird because there seems to be some people who know how a lot of things are going to play out.
Sounds like a Looper type story.
Kind of does.
Except I always had a problem with Looper.
Yeah.
So my problem was always, right, they're like...
I also haven't finished this series, so I can't answer the end of it. But yes.
Exactly. But like, I always had a problem with Looper because it was like, oh, yes, we can't commit crimes in the future because they're so good at finding the people who committed the crimes.
Yes.
Which is like, sort of, if you kind of like compare modern day like police work to like 50s police work, you could understand why that premise could exist.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But the problem is like, oh, so we just kidnap them and send them into the past where they're taken care of by people who kill them and get sent, and we send them back money. And it's like, but that just, I'm like, there's a problem with that, because if you send someone to the past, then they can change the future timeline. And like, I know the whole point is like, oh no, but they don't get a chance because they're just sent back to a point, and the Looper knows the point that they're getting sent. And it's like, wait, how do they know the point they're getting sent back to?
Yeah, it's a
do you send them back a letter for? And I was just like, there was so many problems, especially considering that the whole story kind of went that Willis's character, which is also the young guy's character.
Oh yeah.
Can't remember his name. I just remember him as Robin from Batman. Gordon Levitt?
Robin from Batman. Which Batman?
Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. He plays the cop. And then at some point they say his name's Robin. Do you not know that?
They say his name's Robin?
Yeah.
And it's not Robin.
No, that's the kind of whole thing, because it's not Dick Grayson Robin. And when Batman dies, he's like collecting something, and it's just like, oh yeah, Robin, that's a nice name. I was like, see, Batman and Robin. Get it? Because he was helping him the whole fucking time.
True. I can't think of who that was though.
Gordon Joseph Levitt. Joseph Gordon Levitt. I don't fucking know. Something like that.
Either way.
I will remember.
Eventually.
Or I will Google it.
Probably Google it.
I'll probably Google. I'm going to Google it right now while I keep talking. Anyway, so they're the same person, but in the future, when they're trying to capture Willis, They literally go with guns and shoot his wife.
Okay.
Which means that they've just committed a murder in the future time, which means that you can commit murders in the future time, or 5 seconds later, all of these people were arrested.
Oh, yeah, good point. Did you figure it out?
No.
Should you just search Looper?
Oh, I could.
And it'll just bring up the list of the cast.
Well, I will, but it's gonna be like fucking that guy. Then I'll press cast.
Oh, that dude, yeah.
And then it will say something like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And then I was right.
Yeah.
And then I just like sit here being smug and superior. Because I'm both smug and superior.
Smug and superior. I don't know about that.
And I have a paintbrush, which I can poke people with.
Oh no, it was a ghost.
It was. Poke. It's a ghost!
Oh no.
Dude, I'll blame everything on ghosts. If only I believed in ghosts. No, I swear, I couldn't have done it, officer. It was a ghost.
Oh no.
But you
Ghostiest of ghosts.
You don't believe in ghosts. Damn,
he's got me good. He's got me good.
Oh, I 100% believe in ghosts. That's why the ghost made me speed.
What an excuse.
I swear, I was just steering the wheel, and then a ghost appeared and went, "Hey," and put his foot down on the accelerator. I went, "Please stop!" But he was a ghost, so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah. It's a rough one, officer.
I left my ghost vacuum in the different car.
The one with Ghostbusters plastered on the side. That's the one I left it in.
Who are you gonna call? Someone else.
Ghost Snapper.
Ghost. Fuck, I love that.
Literally, I was trivia on Monday, and they played the Ghostbusters theme, and the entire time I was there, and I was like, Jeeta, Jeeta, Jeeta. I'm just like, this is the only thing I could think of the entire time.
Me. You're stupid.
So I knew it was the Ghostbusters theme, but it's like the entire time the song was going, it's like, yes, Ghostbusters theme. And then that started playing. So then I looked it up and then sent it to a bunch of people to be like, hey, remember this. Now it's stuck in your head too.
No, I do appreciate that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. I just like, I like Halloween. It's a fun time of year because you get to go around and I went to Kmart the other day.
Okay.
They had a full plastic skeleton. I was like, I want a full plastic skeleton.
Could have put it in the back over here.
Only time of year you can buy them is Halloween. Now, I think that's a travesty. I think you should be able to buy a full plastic skeleton every day of the year. What if you've got stuff you need
science wise? Biology.
But if you just want to pretend you're a skeleton.
Well, there's that too.
Oh, but yeah, no. Like, I do like the Halloween time of year because it's like, you get to sit in the dark watching spooky movies, and everyone puts on spooky movies, and spooky games come out, even if they're not that spooky or like good, but they pretend to be spooky. And you pretend to sit there and be scared, get to act like a child for a little bit, and then you go back to being, November the 1st rocks up, and then you remember I'm not a child anymore,
and then you do it anyway, and then people look at you weird.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're doing it outside of the Halloween period.
Yep. And you walk around dressed as a Jedi during Halloween. Everyone goes, nice costume. You walk around dressed as a Jedi, not during Halloween. Everyone avoids you and moves across the street.
May the 4th.
That
is another day you could do it.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of people do.
They scare me.
Yeah. Well, I know Leanne shows up to work every May 4th, and she's wearing at least earrings or a necklace.
We live in a world that's far too concerned with specific days.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not going to stop me from watching those movies.
September the 19th. International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure that was the day we got back to Rockhampton.
Yeah, that would have been about it.
Or it might have been the day before we got back to Rockhampton. I can't remember.
Well, we were driving all day, so it didn't mean anything.
We could have talked like a pirate to each other.
We could have. We didn't. Well, we could have.
Kris, where are we going? I don't know.
Down that dirt road.
Fuck. Okay then. No. But yeah, no. I want to play more board games. So I'm kind of, because I've got so many.
And there's a couple spooky ones too.
There are some spooky ones.
Yeah, they're pretty fun.
I got Betrayal at the House of the Hill.
Yeah,
Pretty spooky. I got that other one that's Dead of Winter.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty spooky.
Yeah, that one is.
I got Pandemic. Very spooky. I've lived through one, mate. I've lived through
That's true, so have I. Well, we're yet to be confirmed.
You lived through it, you just didn't survive it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It's a rough world we live in.
It is.
Yeah, no, I'm just, I really enjoy the time of year, and I love the fact that it's like when all this, like, you know how you can always, unless it's fucking EA, thanks EA, you can always tell there's like a new Star Wars game is going to be released on May the 4th, unless you're EA,
That's true.
and you release it 2 days earlier.
Dumbasses.
Or sorry, was it 3 days?
It was a few
It was
days.
within a week of it.
It's literally you could have waited a couple days.
Yeah, you should have waited a couple of
You
days.
should have.
But like you always know there's going to be some new spooky game coming out, or like a game that you've played a million times before is going to get a cool update to look like, just to be a spook.
Yeah.
And then you've got all the forced fucking spooky DLC that you've got to buy in live service games. Hey, look at this! This character's got a pumpkin on their face.
Hey.
Quickly, give us $50 for it.
Please do.
Well, I suppose, because it's this year only, right? Absolutely, we're never going to do it again. Hey, they got a pumpkin on their face. It's yellow this time, not orange. Different. See, we told you. I feel like I've been ripped off. But oh no, he's got my own paintbrush. If only I had something to defend myself with.
No, he's got a knife.
That guy's got a knife!
Slightly worse than a paintbrush. It's a fair bit more worse.
Okay, you poke me in the chest with that, and I'll poke you in the chest with this, and we'll see who's slightly worse. It'll be the most tender stabbing of your life.
Very well.
No, like as I said, I really like it. I like the fact that everyone kind of gets a bit spooky. Yeah. I like the fact that I just like actual trick or treaters because.
Oh, that's right. My sister always made me
Just
do that.
don't like random people rocking up at my house.
See, what I actually find is
You don't want to flamethrower random people.
Flamethrower near them. Oh no, because it's threatening and it's.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, actually, fun fact about flamethrowing. Ooh, I never tell you about the time we accidentally set my friend's room on fire.
Oh.
Well, we were at college. It was college. And we were busy being inventive and brilliant and wonderful. That's what we were. We were bold. We did things people never dreamt of. We invented fire in a cup.
Oh yeah, fire in a cup. I did.
Fire in a cup.
Fire in a cup.
And then we went, fire in a cup was great. What about fire on a door? And we made fire on a door. And then we flew a little bit too close to the sun and made fire on the floor. And then we flew even closer to the sun when we forgot that the thing that we were spraying that was highly flammable was also covering all of us. And so when we went to light fire in a cup again, my friend accidentally made fire on his hand. And then we also forgot that it was going everywhere, and we made fire on our friend's desk and burnt like 50 of his human dollars.
Oh no, not the $50.
And then...
Why did it become human dollars?
Because they weren't dog dollars. And then because we were brave and strong and bold and out there inventing, we ran away so we wouldn't know it was us.
Wait, was he not there?
No.
Oh.
I think if he was there, he would have let us be spraying a highly flammable substance all around his room.
Yeah.
That's where his stuff was.
Oh, yeah, good point. Fair point.
Fun fact about your stuff, you tend not to want people setting fire to it.
No, I'd like to do it myself.
Or near it. Or all over your front door. This is great. We can write our names. Oh no, all of the liquid we've been spraying on this door has accumulated on the floor.
Oh no.
What do we do? We should probably put it out. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
What do you reckon the most disappointing thing was for him when he got back?
Probably the $50.
That's what I would have thought too, yeah. That's what I was thinking as well.
Maybe the paperwork that was like his work, like his university stuff that was also burned. But we just threw that in the bin. Can't miss what you don't know you lost, I think.
I know, you can. Because once you realise you need it, you're like, hey, wait, I had that.
I thought I had that.
Mustn't have.
But man, actually, thinking back to my college days, when we weren't partying, and there were Halloween parties at college, I was kind of accidentally setting fire to a lot of things. I don't know why people trusted me so much with the flammable things.
Yeah, it was weird.
It does. Can you hold my flint and steel? Yeah, probably. So it turns out this is really fun to play with. You've taken all of my flint. Yes, but I only set 3 fires.
3 fires. 1 was in the bin. Or was it 2 was in the bin?
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them was in the bin. Okay.
God, your bin is just so flammable. Why were you shooting sparks into my bin? Well, at first I was shooting them on the floor, and I thought, hey, that's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
There's a fuck ton of carpet down there.
Yeah, I know, right? So we're going to the bin, but there's a fuck ton of paper.
Well, see, that was a smart move, because I went, what if I just turned on his... no, that's his bed.
Ooh,
Don't want that to catch
he
on fire.
wouldn't have been happy about that one.
No, don't want your bed on fire. Bin. And at some point he went, well, could you just have stopped? And I went, honestly, I never considered it. Also,
why would you want to?
The steel of the flint and steel was a big fuck off knife, so it was lots of fun because I was just like.
That's
fun fact. That was also the same knife that nearly skewered me.
Yeah, that one. I do remember that one. Yeah. That's spooky.
Less spooky, more a bad choice on my behalf. Did I learn that day not to sneak up behind people in the dark? Yes, I did.
Do you still do it?
Yes, I do. But I learned why not to.
Oh, that's it.
You know.
But now you know more of the risks.
Yeah, and knowing is half the battle.
I know.
The other half the battle is not getting stabbed.
In that situation, it's... Yes, indeed it is.
In fact, one might even say that while knowing is half the battle, doing the battle is by far the harder part of the half of battle.
Yeah, no, I think I can agree with that.
I think the Transformers were a little bit wrong there. And knowing is half the battle. Was it Transformers?
Was it?
Or was it G.I. Joe who said knowing is half the battle? It's one of them.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But either way, they used to say at the end of their cartoons, and knowing is half the battle. And you're like, okay, I believe you. Until, you actually did something you went...
Sounds like an Optimus Prime thing to say.
It does, doesn't it?
It really does.
Optimus Prime is such a fucking liar.
Right,
Like, okay, knowing is probably like 5% of the battle.
I'll give you that. I'll give 5%.
Knowing a battle's going on is probably important to getting to the battle, but then you've got to fucking fight a battle.
Unless you know every detail about the battle, like where it is, the landscape, where they're coming from.
What exactly they'll do every step of the battle.
Well, of course.
Well, if you know that, then yeah, knowing's the entire goddamn battle. But
No, it's 95%. You're still going to do the battle.
At that point, you're in fucking that Tom Cruise movie.
Yes.
Edge of Tomorrow, or Live, Die, Repeat, depending on where you live.
Fairy Tale.
I don't know.
Mavis is like a stupidly good tactician.
Oh yeah, but even that's kind of like even that she doesn't know everything.
They are predictions. They are all predictions.
And
if
she
stuff
admits
happening
she could be
falls
wrong.
into place that mean this will happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there is a point where she goes, even I didn't see that coming.
There was a point, yes.
Which is what?
Something to do with Zeref.
No. It's in the battle. It's in the fight. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's
whether Luxus can beat Jarell, the Rock's guy.
Oh yeah.
Because she said she knew they were going to fight, but she wasn't sure if he could beat her.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
And they were like, "But you told him to go fight him." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm not even sure if it's going to win." And the same was with Gray versus Rufus.
True.
She sent him because he asked her to be sent, but she wasn't sure he could win.
That is true.
But then he did. Through the power of friendship.
He's always through the power of friendship.
And not wearing clothes.
That is a fault of his.
Not a fault. It's part of his power.
It is part of his... No, it's not part of his power.
Part of his
That's
power.
how he was taught to get used to the cold.
Part of his power is just getting naked.
I'm pretty sure he's cursed his master's name because of just the fact that he doesn't even know that he's ready.
But no. It's the Tom Cruise movie that I'm talking about. Or Groundhog Day.
Oh, right,
Bill
yeah.
Murray movie.
Yeah.
But those are movies where they know exactly what's going to happen.
Yes.
Then fighting the battle isn't even 95. It's just like, now I step here, and now I step here, now I step here, now I step here, now shoot over there, now shoot over there.
Actually, there's another movie that does that. I just briefly forgot its name.
Justin Bieber.
No.
What was the movie?
No,
he was
I'm
like,
pretty...
Bleeb.
That sounds right.
Justin Bieber in Bleeb.
Pretty sure game's in the name.
Game.
Either way, there's a dude that like wakes up. And...
Imitation Game.
No, it's not that one either.
No, that's about cracking Nazi codes.
Yeah, it is. Either way, he wakes up in the morning, and then someone just, I think a chopper comes past and then guns him down in his room.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's got to get past that step, and then he's got to get down to the ground to get into the car. He ends up stealing someone's car. And someone crashes into him. So he's got to then avoid that. And this is the whole cycle.
Wait, that does sound familiar, but I'm like, is that an actual movie, or is that like a movie from a TV show?
Oh, it's an actual movie.
Right.
Basically, his ex-wife was helping some company design something that could basically put someone in an endless loop for a certain time period.
Okay, movies with endless time loops. Let's have a look. Movies
Yes.
with time loops.
Where at the end of that
Loops.
day, unless he figures it stops it.
Okay, so you got Edge of Tomorrow, first one.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know.
I know the one you're talking about. Boss level.
Oh, that's the one, boss level.
Then you've got Doctor Strange. Apparently that was a time loop.
Yeah, when he was fighting Dormammu.
Madoka Magica.
That's probably right.
Miss Peregrine's House for Peculiar Children.
That yes, it does.
Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas.
Okay, fair enough.
Free Guy.
Free Guy.
The Ryan Reynolds one with
Time loop? Oh, because he dies and then repeats. But it's not really a time loop.
It's not really a time loop, it's more of how video games work.
Yeah.
I'll give it a time loop.
Yeah.
Apparently Star Trek has a time loop.
No, I think it's just because they go back in time.
Before I Fall.
Never heard of it.
Two Distant Strangers.
Nope.
Prince of Persia Sand of Time.
Probably.
Nope. Not Sand of Times. Sands of Time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Star Trek First Contact.
Again, I think just time travel to some degree.
Source Code. Harry Potter 3 and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Nope. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Not Harry Potter 3.
Oh, yes, yes.
The Endless.
No.
Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Palm Springs.
Yeah,
I don't know that one. I don't know that one either. Back to the Future 2.
Not really a time loop.
Naked.
Okay.
Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines.
Again, just
Christmas again.
time travel. Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
Looper.
Again, just time travel.
Happy Death Day.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. Game
Basically,
Over.
it's the day this chick's going to die, and then she's just keeps trying to skip or like work her way through it. But as soon as she dies, she restarts the day, and so.
Oh, so it's like just a slightly chick horror Groundhog Day.
Yes.
Or Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he actually ever dies in Groundhog Day, does he? He just gets arrested. Or steals a police car. I think he steals a police car.
Something like that, yeah.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Again, just time travel.
Men in Black 3.
Just time travel.
Pete's Christmas. It's a lot of Christmas ones.
Yeah, that's weird. Again, they're probably just time travel.
Demolition Man.
I don't know, I've never seen it.
No, that's not even time travel. That's just being frozen and then coming in the future.
So
I guess
there's
technically
Captain America in this too?
I guess technically that's time travel, but it's the time travel that we're all doing.
Well, yes.
Remember? Get it? Hey, remember?
Maybe.
Deja vu.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Lost in Space. Tenant.
Lost in Space. No?
222.
Oh, no.
12 Days of Christmas Eve. Ha, get it? Blair Witch. Ha, get it?
Ha.
The Lift. Timeline. Triangle. I don't know what.
Is that to do with the Bermuda Triangle?
No, it's just kind of freaky looking.
Oh.
Like there's a chick in a shirt with her boobies almost out, and then if you look at the bottom, it's like a creepy guy.
Okay.
Who doesn't have his boobies out.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
12 Dates of Christmas? Oh, get it?
Again, that was just... Yeah, it's like kind of like time travel, so...
So
One of
just
those
Boss
were
Level,
just time. But yes, Boss Level was the one I was thinking.
which is like the schlocky action version of Edge of Tomorrow.
Yes.
So it's all just Edge of Tomorrow.
It is pretty much all Edge of Tomorrow, yes.
Any games that have good time loopy stuff in them? There was one that I was looking at that I was kind of hoping had time loopy stuff in it.
Ratchet and Clank. The latest one, Rift Apart.
Well, that has time loopy stuff?
Because
that
you
was
can...
one-dimensional stuff.
It is, but I think some areas are like somewhat time related.
I know Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, was probably about time.
Well, yeah. No, but like at the start
That's
of
a pun. Get it?
Yeah, I mean...
There was a game that we saw recently at the Summer Game Fest. I was like, I hope that has time loopy stuff in it. Remember that one where it's like, you go to like the past and then it's like the dystopian future and then it's like the past and the future and it's the past and the future.
I can't recall it.
Cover me, I'm going Googling again.
He's going Google.
Summer Game Fest.
I'm just really...
Maybe it
like
was
the main game I remember was the Deep Sea one.
Oh.
That one looks really good.
Wait, which Deep Sea one?
The one how it almost looks like a horror game.
Was that the one on the oil rig or?
I don't think it was on.
Or the other one?
I think it was the other one.
Because the other one, they actually both looked really.
They
really
do.
good.
They do both look really good. This one was more. It seemed like that game that you've been playing recently.
Dave the Diver.
Not Dave the Diver.
Subnautica.
Gave me Subnautica vibes, but horror.
Yes. Okay, I'm having a quick look. I'm having a beer.
So a quick look at a bit.
You keep chatting.
Yes.
Oh, we saw Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I hope
Oh,
that
that's
comes out
right,
soon.
because that one's a
Life of P. You been playing it?
Life of P. No, I haven't. I haven't really been playing a lot recently. By recently, I mean for about a year. Yes, that's actually that one would be. That would have been a good one to have out now because it is kind of spooky. The Deep Sea one. Now I'm trying to think of.
I just remember Dead by Daylight had a Nicolas Cage patch.
That's right. Yeah. I haven't even seen anything on that yet, but I have been told some of his abilities, and they are ridiculous.
Is he a survivor?
He is indeed a survivor, but like one of his things is like he can scream, and it can give him one of like 3 or 4 different things. One, it could do nothing.
Yup.
2, it alerts the killer as to where they are, but he gets like a speed boost, I believe it was.
Fucking just screaming.
Yeah, it's literally just him screaming. It's one of his movie screams.
One of them.
It's
just one of his movies. You know his movie screams. The thing he's always fucking doing.
Well, he is known to overreact.
Yes, he is.
Yes, hence the screams. But this one being a horror a screen makes sense.
Oh, Sandland. You remember Sandland?
Sandland?
It's from Akira Toriyama.
Oh, that's right. The very Dragon Ball Z.
How about Power World?
Power World, I don't remember.
Power World is the Pokemon with guns.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That one could be interesting.
I want it more than anything.
Because you want Pokemon with guns.
Yes.
Pikachu,
use fucking kill that motherfucker now.
Pikachu, use that sniper rifle I gave you yesterday.
Oh. Why did I give a tiny rat a sniper rifle?
It wasn't smart.
Why?
Because he could turn it on you.
Why do I have a t-shirt cannon?
What? It's just to shoot the Pikachu out. Vault tackle. Bang.
Have you never seen that? That's Robot Chicken. It's Boba Fett. He's shooting t-shirts out of his. You know how he has the missile on his jetpack?
Yeah.
He's just shooting t-shirts out of there.
No, I haven't seen it.
Because he's fucking drunk. He's like, I'm Dancer, I'm Prancer, hey! And he's like, I think he's having a dream or some shit like that. I can't remember.
That's funny.
But he's like, hey, what? You get one, you get one, you get one. Why do I have a t-shirt cannon? It's been a long time.
Look, the main thing I enjoy watching from Robot Chicken, Star Wars wise, is the Emperor Palpatine stuff. My lord.
Out here in the field. I bet you're wondering, how would I end up like this? Got my meals. Maybe it was the Xbox one that we saw it.
It might have been. I'm still trying to figure out what game you're talking about.
It was the one, the one.
Well, no, I don't, clearly, because I do not remember it.
No, I can't even remember what I was explaining to now.
Something about dystopian future.
Dystopian future, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. I've accidentally pressed a button.
Which is weird, because you were trying to press buttons.
I know, but I accidentally...
You accidentally pressed the wrong one, yes.
Clockwork Revolution. Yep.
Did that give us, vibes of... Give me a minute to figure out what game I'm thinking of.
Dishonored.
Yes, that's the one we were briefly mentioning. It's not the one I was thinking of, though. I was thinking of another one. With the sisters. The little sisters. And the big...
Bioshock Infinite.
They're the ones. Yep.
Yeah.
Clockwork Revolution. Yeah. Now I remember this.
And it's like you go from there's the...
That would be...
The happy-go-lucky side and the evil steampunky side. I really, as I said when we watched it, I really, really hope that it is
like a time loop thing, so you just jump between the two timelines.
Well, I hope it's a time loop thing, but I also hope it's it's multi-layered.
Maybe even something where it's like your
choices affect what happens.
So if you go full dystopian, which will go dystopian.
Yeah.
Or whether it's
if you peaceful side. Don't bring a minigun to a heist. You know,
it's not happening. We're going chaos.
They actually, I don't know if they have miniguns in the current one, because obviously it's brand new, so it hasn't got all the stuff that the old one had. But you can get a grenade launcher.
That'll do. I was going to be very disappointed, but the moment
because you can literally, if you do something, you can get a power weapon. And I was just walking around with a grenade launcher, just pulling motherfuckers up. And I was like,
we know I'm using it.
This is the funniest thing ever, but also, oh god, this is not how I rob banks.
That's how I would. Well, actually, no.
Boom, boom. No, it is actually good fun, and hopefully we will get to play it soon. We were planning on doing it tonight, but probably with the timing, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, I know, and unfortunately it looks like that's going to happen more often, which is why I kind of want to start using the Thursday night as well, if we can.
Yeah.
So, every second Thursday night, we get together and, from 7 o'clock, just film some stuff. But hey, that's not your problem, that's my problem.
Yeah. I
am a little teapot.
But you're not short and stout.
Nah, I'm fucking built like a train set.
A train set.
Doot doot. Anyway, guys.
I wasn't expecting that one.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Pay no heed to him. We've been going for a time. I'm happy with the amount of time we've been going. I'm almost finished my drink, so...
Well, that's rare.
While Kris says something funny...
Ha! No, it's not going to happen.
You are a disappointment to me and everyone on the internet.
Yes.
That's not funny, that's just true. I finished that. That was actually rather warm, so not great.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And it wasn't lemon flavoured, so it's not the channel's flavour of warm lemon.
I've got to be honest. Since they changed it from James Squire's 150 lashes to just lashes, I think they've changed something.
Oh.
There's less pale and more ale.
Oh.
Anyhow, enough on that. Thank you for joining us for the Halloween podcast. We didn't speak spooky like we did last year.
We did briefly.
We mentioned some stuff. I talked about things. Kris talked about things. We mainly talked about time loop movies.
We did. We really did.
We went down a rabbit hole.
We do that.
Through the looking glass. Anyway, thank you for joining us. If you like the video, please consider liking, showing a mate. That's called sharing.
Yeah.
Leaving a comment, or if you can find it within your heart to subscribe. We really do appreciate it. But until next time, I've been Darcy. He's been Kris. It's bye from me. Goodbye. It's bye from him.
So yeah.
Why would you tell them to go fuck themselves?
look, if they're not going to get it any other way, maybe they should just do it themselves.
Well, there you go. Chris's advice on love. Goodbye.
They are.
You're a sad little man.